Chaotically Nerdy is made by nerds for nerds. This podcast is made by adults for adults and children with bad parents. Adult language will be used and adult situations may arise. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chaotically Nerdy. On today's episode is me, Tyler.
And me, Jarrett.
And me, Ethan.
So today, we're going to talk about something Ethan knows very little about. He probably knows more than I give him credit for, but...
Yeah, I just refuse to acknowledge it.
Because it's related to exercise.
Sportsball!
Yep, Sportsball. We're going to rank our top 5 sports movies. And we're also we got some honorable mentions, or not honorable mentions, but we got a list that Jarrett made out that I'm assuming he thinks are the most important ones to talk about.
Mostly the most well-known, probably.
Yeah. I'm not even sure if the ones I have written down my favorite are actually sports movies.
Are they ones where like they kind of vaguely have sport in them?
They play sports in the background. Please tell me you picked like the Disney movie, like Luck of the Irish.
Like,
oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. How'd you know my number one?
What's the one with the twins? Is that like double teamed or something?
No, the dirt bike one?
No, there's that one too.
Motocross.
That's motocross.
I'm talking about, it's a basketball one where there's like twin girls.
I think that is it's like called like double team or something.
I think so.
Double team.
It's something like that.
Those are all garbage, but you know, they're not the worst thing to watch.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Luck of the Irish is a fantastic
yeah.
movie.
That's what I'm saying. They're not the best thing in the world, but you could watch them.
I got to be honest. I didn't think about Disney.
No.
That did not show up until I hit record. And then I went, oh, yeah, there's Disney sports movies.
I mean, there's also the one with Amanda Bynes cross-dressing.
Yeah, she's the man.
That's the one.
I told you to write that one down earlier.
Oh,
there's the skating movie with Casper Van Dien or whatever his fucking name, Brink, where that's all about skateboarding. Yeah.
I don't remember that one at all.
Any of these I've written down might have had like a TV in the background with like Wimbledon's going on right now. It's just
Johnny Tsunami.
He's gonna put Forrest Gump. Like he played ping pong
and football.
Football, yeah. I don't. Forrest Gump's too long. No. It's a good movie once.
I mean, I guess.
All right, so to start us off, we're going to rank our number 1, and I'm going to roll the dice to see who goes first. Ethan.
Invincible.
That's the one with Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
Is that on here?
Vince Papale.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I don't enjoy sports movies, but it's really good.
I can't remember a thing about it. I'm not going to lie to you.
He's an old guy playing. It's
like he's trying to get into football.
It's in the 70s, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
The Eagles hosted a tryout to be the quarterback.
Gotcha.
And Vince Papale won it, and then they made a movie about. I don't even think they did it. I don't remember. They didn't even win anything, did they?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
solid.
But it's a good story about an old dude playing sports ball.
He was like a washed up.
Well, obviously not washed up if he made the team.
I was gonna say washed up college player.
No,
I think
still not washed up if he.
I don't think he ever made it to
high school.
I don't think he ever made it to professional.
I do. I've seen certain clips
until he was like in his 40s.
Yeah,
which is like crazy.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
I don't think he even made it to like the lower teams until he was in his 40s.
Interesting enough. Next up, Jarrett.
Moneyball.
It's a really good movie.
It's literally like my favorite sports movie ever. Like I just like it's so. To me, it's rewatchable. It's got star power all up and down it.
Yes.
Got Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill,
Chris Pratt.
I don't even like Brad Pitt, and I like this movie.
Yeah, it's really good. It's something that's. I look back fondly on when I first got it. It's like one of my only favorite movies that me and my mom share. I was like, oh yeah. We went and seen it in theaters. I was like, it's about baseball. They don't have those. They don't have those movies out.
Well, it's not that you didn't have baseball movies. It just
that weren't like schlocky.
They weren't like about
movies.
actual baseball. It was about one person trying to, or you'd have
or it was like a gimmick movie.
Yeah.
Like Angels in the Outfield.
Or what's the other what I'm thinking of. Major League.
Yeah.
That's kind of a gimmicky movie.
Or what's the one where the kid breaks his arm and plays in the
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year? Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and then I'm next. I picked White Men Can't Jump,
Which version?
the old version.
Yeah, let's make sure. Just
The
clarify.
Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes. That
There you
is
go.
one of the few movies that, like, Storm takes out the internet. We don't have anything. I will pop that in almost every time, and just be like, "Yep, I'm watching this. We're good to go." All right, so up to number 2. Ethan, it's you again.
Moneyball.
All right.
That's my second one. Yeah.
Well, we
It's
already talked
really-
about that one, so no point in going back
Yeah.
over it.
Everything except for the song at the end. I don't care for that.
I don't remember the song.
Like
at the
the
end.
little girl plays the guitar. And
Oh,
sings
yeah,
the
yeah.
song at the end.
Billy Bean's daughter plays him a song.
Something,
he
something,
did-
something.
that-
I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Guitar riff thing and something, something, something.
Something. All right, sounds good to me. Jarrett, you're up next.
I actually forgot which one it was. I have to. I remember it's 2. But which one was it? Remember the Titans.
That's a good one.
I really just like it because of Ryan Hurst, Wood
Yeah.
Harris,
Yeah.
and Washington.
Because the racist gets it in the end.
And it's just like really.
They learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody ever learns.
No,
It's
they
unrealistic.
didn't.
Yeah.
It's optimistic at best, and then mostly probably just like kind of false
Yeah.
about what actually happened. But really good movie. Really quotable.
It really, yeah. I can't tell you the amount of times that I just shouted left side, strong side with people whenever we'd play basketball. Like, I remember playing in practice one day and somebody said, he's on your left side. Somebody shouted, strong side, as we're practicing. And it's like, why? That's a football movie.
Also, maybe part of it's because it's like the movie we'd always watch like with a sub.
Yeah,
it
that's
seemed
true.
like every.
That was the,
It seemed like every movie cart station had like "Remember the Titans" as one of the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
And them's good quotes.
Ethan doesn't remember shit about it.
No,
No, I remember it
I just like it.
as many times as I've heard it quoted.
Sunshine.
It's on my list. But my number 2, since I'm next up, is Coach Carter. Because Samuel L. Jackson yelling at a bunch of kids is pretty good.
Little baby Channing Tatum.
Yeah, it's true too.
Oh, baby.
That's why my wife will watch it.
He's not even half naked in that movie.
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he comes out of the shower at one point.
I forgot that part.
Isn't he like
I'm used to
17
like-
He doesn't
in
let
that
me
movie?
forget
I'm
that
used
part.
to like, you know,
Isn't he like 17 in that movie?
probably.
I don't know. It don't matter. We were like 15 when it came.
It doesn't. It matters now.
It does matter now. That is true.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how old they are now. It matters how old they are when it
It's a
came
good
out.
point.
Technically true.
Well, I'll look that up in a little bit. Let's go to the next step. Ethan, we're just. Why am I even rolling at
Well,
this
my
point?
number 3,
Yeah.
See,
Dodgeball.
Oh man, that's a
It's
really.
so good.
I
Yeah.
didn't write that one down.
It's
Miscellaneous.
gimmicky as fuck, but it's hilarious.
It's really good, and it's a sport.
It is a
It's
sport.
it's a real sport.
It's a lot of quotable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Make me bleed my own blood.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it plays off.
ESPN8, the Ocho.
The Ocho. That became a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is what's fucking terrible about that.
it's a really enjoyable movie.
It is.
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I got some others.
It's
on there.
easy to do. Jarrett, don't know why I'm rolling.
Coach Carter.
Ah, yeah, good pick. We've already kind of talked about it. So my third is Happy Gilmore. Because who doesn't like, if you've ever played golf, you've tried a Happy Gilmore swing.
Oh yeah,
And I used to, like, after that movie, when we played mini putt, or putt or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
mini golf, I would hit like a hockey.
and who doesn't want to beat up the old man on the golf course that's giving you
Yeah.
crap?
Fucking Bob Barker.
Price is wrong, bitch.
Also,
Very quotable.
also another really great part of that movie is Ben Stiller in the nursing home.
Yes.
I forgot.
Yes.
He's-
Because
If you don't go to sleep, I'm gonna put you to sleep.
my fingers hurt. Well, now your back hurts because you just pulled landscaping duty.
It shouldn't be funny, but it is.
Shouldn't, but it's
It's
just.
awful.
Elder
Awful.
abuse is hilarious.
I seen a meme the other day because Ricky Fowler just won a tournament, and as he like hit his putt and it went in, he like looked up at the sky, and someone took the clip from where like they see Chubbs the alligator and somebody else like waving, and they're like, "This is what Ricky was looking at."
I keep remembering things about that movie since you mentioned it.
I eat pieces of shit like you for
The
breakfast.
guy with the nail in his skull.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was 25 in Coach Carter.
Okay.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He's like 40.
I know, but I thought when he like first started acting, he was like super young, but maybe not.
Yeah. Well, he was
Maybe
in
there's
other
some-
stuff too. Like
Maybe there's something else like super early that he was in.
maybe. So fourth up, let me roll and then tell Ethan it's his turn because that's what happened. Jared, it's your turn. We'll change a pace here.
Miracle.
Man, what is that one?
It's the hockey movie about the 1980 men's U.S. hockey team beating the Soviets.
I've never watched that.
One of the biggest upsets in sports history, probably, because the Soviets were like, it's fucking like unbelievable at hockey because they had,
Well, I mean,
Steroids.
yeah, probably.
And meth.
Be honest, like they just like
Meth was a German thing.
that was their sport. They're like,
you think
fuck.
they didn't share?
I mean, they took over East Germany. So
I think also at that point, like they had pros and we couldn't have
High
pros.
school kids?
The college kids. I just know like it's all about like a bunch
they
of college.
sent pros.
We sent
We
college.
could not send pros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
think
thing
it-
as like anytime we had the Olympics because
Yeah, before
Now
92.
nobody can send pros
No, we sent pros.
we send pros
Yeah.
every.
for hockey.
Well, I don't
Hockey?
know about for hockey.
I'm pretty sure we do.
I think every other
Pretty
sport.
sure they do.
I think every other sport.
I think they're the only sport that actually has a break built into their schedule
Oh, okay.
for the Winter Olympics, so they can have hockey.
Oh.
All the pros go play hockey.
When did they change that? Because I know they couldn't for a long time after that.
92. I'm pretty sure that's when
Oh,
it changed.
really?
That's when it changed for basketball.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it was.
They changed everything.
I'm
all at
assuming it
once.
was an IOC thing that they changed.
You know how much I watch sports.
Yeah.
Olympics is like the sportsorama. So that's not my thing. Unless it's like, what's it called? The shuffleboard with the brushes on the ice.
Curling.
Yeah,
Curling.
curling.
Yeah, I don't even
That-
fucking know the name.
You look like
You look like a curler.
yeah, you could fit in as a curler.
Just like smoothly, like
Well, they look so
I don't know. It's a lot of rapid arm movements. Like
not for the
not
the-
for the one who
the pusher,
pushes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the
but the
sweepers.
brusher. Yeah.
I don't know, I can do rapid arm movement. Just once I get started, it keeps going.
The recoil just helps it.
Yeah, it's less actual energy for me to use. See, you got to think about it.
Maybe that's why. Did you see the USA curling championship team that
No.
won the Olympics either 1 or 2 Olympics ago? They look like straight out of this is a dad bod commercial. Like
It's not like you have to have a lot of muscle to play that. Okay,
big
would
ass
not think so.
mustaches. Like they looked fucking hilarious. I'll see if I can't find it.
like a
Anyway,
Predator
though-
lineup.
Kurt Russell plays the coach for the USA team.
Yeah.
Gives like one of the best like sports speeches in the history of sports movies. Probably it's my favorite speech that anyone ever gives in a sports movie.
Well, that's
Mostly
good.
because I'm pretty sure it was. I think that did they record that. I can't remember if they actually recorded the coach's actual speech or if they just like had him vaguely remember what he said. I don't remember, but it's really good.
It is what it is. Here's the picture of the curling team. Tell me that doesn't look like just a group of dads that got caught in a
Yeah,
mall.
I literally just said it. It looks like a Predator lineup.
Looks like a group of dads that got caught in a mall of like trying to get away from their wives as they shop, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to come do a thing real fast."
Playing shuffleboard.
Sign up for the curling team.
Yeah.
They're playing shuffleboard in the mall, waiting for their wives, and there's an agent like on his phone. It's like, hold on, I found him.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's great.
Found the LeBron James of curling.
All right,
What's
next-
your name? Larry.
We can work with that.
Yeah, I can be workable. Ethan, what's your number 4?
Number 4, Balls of Fury. It is such a good movie. It's so hilarious.
That is another one.
Christopher Walken is awesome in that. He's so good.
He's finding like all the ones that we forgot about.
Ethan goes for Ethan's going for the comedy route.
I like
That's
comedies.
understandable.
Yeah. I'm assuming
Balls of Fury is so good.
It's fucking hilarious.
I don't like any of the rest of his movies. But Christopher Walken is really good in this. So
Yeah, he is.
It's really good.
All right, and my number 4 is Remember the Titans, which we've already talked about, so now we don't have to drag that out. And for number 5, Jarrett.
mine's also one we already talked about, Happy Gilmore.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Ethan.
I was gonna say Happy Gilmore, but I feel like I gotta come up with something else.
No, we can be like all three of us.
Happy Gilmore's really good.
It's really good.
It's fine to make.
Yeah.
That's respectable that it made all of our top 5s.
It's probably my favorite of the Adam Sandler comedy movies, probably.
For his comedy sports movies.
I don't know
I'm saying
because like there's a period there.
It's called the 90s.
His fucking comedies were great.
Yeah. It, like 4 or 5
like
bangers in a row.
Waterboy.
Yep.
This beats Happy Gilmore beats out Waterboy,
Absolutely.
and it beats out the other sports movie he did, Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are both good movies, but they're not Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. And they're not, which Billy Madison's like the tail. I don't know if it came out tail end time wise.
No.
But it's like, of those,
like right in the middle.
Of those movies, it's near the bottom for me. Did I say Billy Madison? No, I'm thinking of Mr. Deeds. Billy
Deeds.
Madison's
Mr.
really
Deeds
good.
is on the bottom of the good times.
Mr. Deeds is like the end of his run.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds is like where we start to grasp at straws.
Technically, is that a sports movie? Because he plays tennis in it.
I mean,
He's just playing tennis just
I want
to
to
play
change
tennis.
mine just to have something. And we were talking about it Sunday night, actually.
I
with
forgot.
the Special Olympics.
The Ringer.
The Ringer.
I was like,
I don't think that's. I mean,
it is.
no, it's about Special Olympics.
Special Olympics.
Are you saying that's not a sport?
Are you saying that they aren't real athletes?
Yeah, they don't play.
No,
they don't,
I'm not saying they're not.
Why aren't they real athletes, Tyler?
Because I don't think of running as
You
a
think
sport.
You don't think that running
Tell
is
that-
a real sport?
Tell that to people that can't walk.
Tell that to Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he won't
I'm
be able to
not-
hear you say it because he's so damn fast.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not an athlete.
You're saying that it's not a sport. Running is not a sport.
That I don't view it as a sport. I view it as a competition.
What makes it a sport? Is NASCAR a sport?
No, again, to me, NASCAR is a competition.
What defines a sport?
To me, I don't know. I'm literally sitting here trying to think of what I view as a sport.
But how do you define a sport?
I'm trying to figure it out in my head.
Is curling a sport?
See,
How much more athletic is running than curling?
I think yes, because it has a team.
So it can only be a sport if there's teams.
There's
That's-
only a
I
team.
think
Okay,
that's
so
the way-
table
So-
tennis is not a sport.
Golf's not a sport.
Singles
Tennis
and
isn't a
tennis
sport.
isn't a sport.
I don't think golf is a sport, and I play it. It's difficult.
Then
but
Happy Gilmore would not be a sports movie.
fair enough.
Yeah. We've way to
He
invalidate.
plays hockey in it.
Way to
You're saying,
invalidate the
is it
entire
the
list.
rules? Because running
mean,
professionally has rules.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to think of why I don't.
Marathons aren't sports now. That's what he's saying.
I would almost say the marathons aren't sports unless it's like a decathlon or something.
Why?
Because it's
Because it's just going for
It's
a
an
jog.
endurance test.
it's more. Yeah, I think it was more of like an endurance thing than like a
Yeah, well,
competition thing. Really.
sports would be endurance,
Yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
See, I just view it as
Skill.
Is there like a competition aspect to it? Kind of like it's
Javelin toss is not sport.
no. There's competition to that. There's skill base.
Oh, it's skill based.
There's a skill to it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I can't throw a javelin very far.
well, okay, chess.
Probably.
Is that a sport?
No.
It's
a
competition and skill based.
It's not a game. I wouldn't say it's a sport.
We're drawing a fine line. And I don't know. I mean, like,
Unless you can't stand up, sitting down to do a thing is not a sport.
yeah.
Yeah, that it's more like a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is basketball.
Basketball is definitely an endurance test and skill test.
Yeah, chess takes no athletic ability to play. It just takes
there is no athletic ability to do
just
it.
takes brain power and
I would say
memorization.
sports take athletic ability to do it. Either skill, strength, or endurance.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I can put Jarrett in a race. That doesn't mean,
I'm an athlete,
yeah.
obviously.
But he is performing
An
a
athletic
sport-like
maneuver.
action.
All right, I guess.
Because, I mean, if you strip baseball down to just base running, it's just sprinting.
Yeah, just sprinting in
That's true.
90 feet
It's
intervals.
just a part of a sport, which makes it sport.
It's
Yes.
baseball. If you take away the rest of it, it's just NASCAR with running.
So, okay,
True.
so a similar comparison then to running would be swimming competitions.
Yeah.
Is that a sport?
To me, it leans towards no. But again, I don't know why my brain doesn't think of it that way. I don't know. I'm trying to like pick my own brain while talking to fill dead air to make it make sense.
I think
and I
that-
can't figure it out.
There's an argument for certain things not to be sports, like equestrian sports. I don't know if I would consider them sports because but then again, there's polo as well,
Yeah.
where it's like the baseball and sprinting thing. You know, it's a part of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck it. Ringers, it's a good movie. It's hilarious. There's a lot of fucking quotable moments from that, too.
I didn't get no fucking ice cream.
When the fuck did we get
You picked it up in broad
Daylight.
daylight and you scratched it.
Oh, my Lanta, what a woman.
I'm glad.
You know, have you seen, this brings me to this point. Have you seen that you can now bet on the Special Olympics? Meaning that The Ringer can be a real movie or like a real life thing now?
I mean, yeah, you can bet
Well,
on
I mean,
anything.
without
Well, no. They
without the
changed to
pretending
make
to
it
be-
legal.
Oh, was it illegal?
It was
Yeah.
illegal to bet on the Special Olympics.
But without, changing like a non, challenged person to be pretending that they're a challenged person to get into the Special Olympics.
yeah.
Like, that's what The Ringer was about.
I know.
It wasn't really about the betting.
No, it wasn't. But it made me think of it because that was the whole thing. It's
It
like
just seems really strange to bet on the Special
Yeah.
Olympics. I mean, like, other sports betting, I'm like, whatever. They're whatever. But, like, it's like,
something about it doesn't seem right.
yeah, no.
So,
does feel a little icky.
yeah, now to my number 5 because we went off on that tangent. The Longest Yard.
I'm assuming you mean the 05 version.
I do.
with-
I mean the Adam Sandler version.
not the original Burt Reynolds.
It's not terrible. Have you seen it? The original one?
No, I've not
No.
seen the original.
It's not terrible, but it's not for the times. You know what I mean? They have jokes in it, but the jokes are for the time that it was made.
And
So
I'm going to
you're
be
saying
honest.
lots of racist jokes. In
Well,
it.
like 50 years from now, I'm not so sure that Adam Sandler movies are going to hold up.
Oh, probably not.
Probably a lot of them aren't. Like
Right.
The Waterboy, people are going to eat that shit apart.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not already been made.
I think it's because Adam Sandler's still relevant.
Well, I mean,
Ish.
they're still. I mean, they've tried to like just as an example of that, take it to the extreme. Like Tropic Thunder,
Yeah.
they've tried to like cancel that out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
several times, but it still runs.
Yeah.
Everyone still likes it.
You just can't make it today.
You could not make it today.
Yeah, not allowed.
What do you mean, you people?
No, that's not even the part. Like Simple Jack is the part I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
There's no way you
That's,
can.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also, yeah, the blackface part
You-
definitely not cool. But
Yeah.
You'd have to like do it opposite. It'd have to be whiteface.
so like white chicks.
Yeah. You'd have to get Anthony Mackie to put on whiteface and then do Simple Jack. Double down.
Double down. That's a sandwich. Sort of.
Okay, and then we'll go on to honorable mentions. Ethan, do you have any honorable mentions or no?
A League of Their Own. It's a classic movie.
Yeah, it's a
And
good one.
Tom Hanks is really good in it. Mm-hmm. As well as the ladies. Don't want to leave them out because it's about them.
Yep. No crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. They actually are really entertaining. It's well acted. Rosie O'Donnell is actually really entertaining in it. Mm-hmm. And so is Madonna.
I'm up first. I looked at you to make you think you were. Sandlot is one of mine. It is a classic. If you're a kid, you've watched Sandlot. What?
I hate it.
I mean, that's fine.
But I don't like sports. So.
Exactly. And then you don't like kids, so you throw kids and sports together.
I like kids. Just
go ahead. Finish that
in
sentence.
context.
Just clip that out. Clip that part out. Send it to Ashley.
Yeah.
I mean, like, kids are fine. I don't mind kids. I have
dig that hole.
2 nieces and a nephew that I spent all day yesterday with, and it wasn't an issue.
See, and
they like me better than almost everybody else in the family.
But see, there's the thing. You like kids that you're related to. Yeah. The other kids can fuck off.
I'll be honest. I used to do children's church at church and do nursery. I'm perfectly fine with kids. I've never had a problem with kids.
I hate
kids. Aren't little shits like you people.
What do you mean, you people?
You know what I mean, you people.
We're the same generation.
You're younger than I am.
I mean,
barely.
Like,
you're not the same generation.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
You don't have my experiences.
I think we do.
What, being a cranky old bitch?
Damn right. Damn. How old were you at when 9/11 happened? What grade were you in?
3rd.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Do you remember it happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it sent home.
I don't remember anything happening in 3rd grade.
I was in the library
Barely.
when I seen it because Miss Hazel had it on TV in the library.
I just remember we got sent home. That's what I remember from it.
I was in 6th grade, so only 3 years older.
Yeah.
So,
What honorable mention? You got another one? Or you got one?
I mean, I have one. One we haven't mentioned somehow is like Space Jam. Like, I liked the movie.
That one's also on mine.
Yeah.
not the new one.
No,
God, no.
no, the new one's awful.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's
Which is just a further legacy to why LeBron's not the GOAT. That's right.
Your movie sucks.
it's so weird because he's like good in like was it Trainwrecked,
Yeah.
where he plays a very small part, where he seemed like natural, like not forced, and then you watch that movie and it's just like you're like he's like a robot. You're like, what is this movie?
Now, granted, in his defense, he went from dealing with people to CGI.
It's true.
So maybe that was part of it. He was just more interacting with people.
It really is always just like a giant HBO Max like plug.
Yeah.
But definitely old Space Jam just because it's got fucking Bill Murray and
Bugs Bunny.
well, I was gonna say
Lola Bunny.
Not what the hell's the fat guy's name? I forgot.
Oh, I can't remember his name either.
Danny?
No.
Did you just throw out a name?
I feel like I knew the name. I cannot remember his name. Anyway, but it also has like Larry Bird in it and
The
obviously
fat guy?
his manager
Wayne Knight.
Wayne
Oh,
Knight.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got Larry. It's got Chuck. It's
Chuck.
got Patrick Ewing.
Yep. Sean Bradley,
Muggsy
Bogues,
Bogues.
and Larry Johnson.
Yeah, it's got a good amount of people in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's on my list as well, and the more I go back and watch it, the more I like it. And I think that's because of my furthered appreciation for Michael Jordan.
I just thought of one. I have a honorable mention. Bench Warmers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good too.
Yours are all comedies.
Man, they're so good
They
though.
are.
Except for
Invincible.
Invincible and Moneyball.
Yeah.
I also really like Rudy, but I'm not going to put it on this list because it's really long.
It's really long, kind of.
But it's I don't know if we would have had Samwise Gamgee, Sean Astin,
That's
if
true.
we didn't have Rudy,
very true.
Sean Astin. Because the only thing he had really that was a big name before Rudy was the Goonies.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
Nobody really shined in that movie. It was a good movie, but nobody really shined.
Nobody really shined.
Well, yeah, I said like the only memorable part of that movie, the actor really is the fat kid.
The fat kid.
Yeah. And it kind of like ruined his life, I think, right?
I don't.
People asking him to do the
I
truffle
can't
shuffle.
remember if it was him.
Who doesn't ask their fat friend
Yeah.
to do the truffle
I
shuffle?
can't remember if it was him or Screech that became a porn star after.
Yeah,
Screech.
Was it Screech?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it ruined his life.
Yeah. Fair.
I got two more on my honorable mention.
Go for it.
Waterboy, because
See.
Adam Sandler, again, he was in that magnificent run. And Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks is probably more of a nostalgia thing.
Oh, it's totally. They're awesome.
I'm
movies.
sure if I went back and watched it now, I have not watched it since I was a kid, I would probably hate it.
See, are you talking about the original Mighty Ducks?
Yes.
See, I am a.
Well, I guess
All three of
in
them?
my brain, it's probably mushing them all together.
To me, 2 is the best because you got it's like where they introduce all the side characters, like the fucking cowboy one. That he you don't remember him? He's
Nope.
he's like they do the USA junior team or whatever, and they have the kids, like 6 kids from around the country, and then all the Mighty Ducks, and there's one from Texas. He brings a fucking lasso.
That sounds so familiar.
Oh, it's so goofy and stupid, but it's hilarious. It's like you're like, what the fuck? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
What's that movie? It's a baseball movie, but it's technically like Invincible, but baseball.
The Rookie. It's on there.
Yeah, The Rookie.
With
It's,
Bill
No.
Pullman? No. Paxton. No.
No, it's,
Neither one of those sound right.
he may be in it, but he's not the main character.
No, I think it's
I got real excited and almost yelled out a name.
that's the one I'm thinking of. With,
Well, I almost yelled out a name.
where
from
the old guy, the
2018
teacher,
TV.
becomes a baseball player.
Are you thinking of the one with Dennis Quaid?
Yes.
Dennis Quaid. That's who it is.
I'm thinking of Dennis Quaid.
Yeah,
yes.
that's the Rookie. I couldn't remember his name. I get him and
Well, he
Bill
was
Pullman.
He's like a coach.
Oh, Dennis Quaid. Right.
Yeah, Dennis in that movie.
Yeah, he's a teacher and a coach.
That's
Yes.
why I
Yeah,
was
and
thinking.
and he used to play professional.
Did he? Used to play
Yes,
for-
he used
Yes,
to play
he did.
professional, and the
I
doctor
just
told him
remember-
he couldn't throw like that
Yeah,
anymore. He
I
was
just remember
gonna
he's
tear out his
pitching to
arm.
his kids and they're like, "You got to try out, coach."
Yeah.
And he goes tries
And
out.
he was
and then,
out pitching by the speed trap sign.
Yep.
and yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I always get Dennis
That
Quaid.
was a pretty good movie too.
I always get Dennis Quaid and Bill Paxton and
See,
Bill Pullman all mixed up together.
For some reason,
they're like the same person.
You
in
said
my
that, and
brain.
I'm like, no, National Lampoon, and I was like, no, that's Randy Quaid, not Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
it happens.
The disappointment, not the success.
The disappointment, not the success. Okay, now we're going to talk about some of the movies that we didn't mention that may have made your top 10, 5, whatever. May have made your top list just to keep you guys happy. So we're going to start off with basketball because that's the way Jarrett has
Oh,
it
yeah.
listed on here.
I just went through.
He Got Game. That's the one. Is that the one with Ray Allen?
Yes.
Where he plays Jesus Shuttlesworth?
Jesus Shuttlesworth,
Is-
Denzel.
Top name.
It's the best nickname.
I can't tell you anything other than that. He plays basketball.
I
Like-
don't know. I didn't know this movie existed.
It's directed by Spike Lee. It's probably my favorite of his movies.
It's probably the only one I've ever seen of his movies, honestly.
Probably. Most of the rest of them are not massive releases.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of credit for being a director. I don't think he's really directed more than 5 or 6 films, and most of them were in the 90s
Really?
before we were able to.
You know
consume
how I know Spike Lee?
it. As a Knicks fan,
The crotchety old fuck on the Knicks
Yeah.
bench that fucks his team over all the time.
rouse up the other player.
Yeah.
gets the other player going.
Riles up the best player in the
Yeah,
league
that's
just
fair.
to fuck over his team every time. And so I'm going to skip Coach Carter because that was on my top 5.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah. And then The Way Back. What the fuck is that one?
It's the Ben Affleck one. Came out in probably 2019.
Oh, that's
It's
the
a-
one where he was like an alcoholic
Yeah.
and then he was a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very it's a very personal story because he was an alcoholic in real life, and
Yeah.
he's either.
Is an alcoholic in real life.
Is an
Whether or
alcoholic.
not he
Yeah.
drinks, he's still an
I
alcoholic.
think that was when he was
I
right
think
after
I've only ever liked one Ben Affleck movie.
The Town.
No,
I was guessing.
Batman versus Superman.
no.
Good Will Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
That was-
yeah, and he's not the good part of it.
Matt Damon is.
It's Matt Damon
Or Robin
and
Robin Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, and anything with Ben Affleck in it could have been shot with any other actor. That would have been fine.
What about Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where they were filming Good Will Hunting 2?
That's different.
Yeah.
That's
Because
not
he's
the
he's
same.
kind of like playing himself, or not
He's-
kind of. He is playing himself.
Yeah, he's playing himself.
But also, it's weird because he
Played
also
yourself.
plays the guy from Chasing Amy In the third, Silent Bob
Those are good
and Jake
movies.
Strike Back.
Those
Yeah.
are really good movies.
Silent Bob.
Next up is Hustle. That one is the newest
Adam Sandler.
not newest Adam Sandler movie, but it's an Adam Sandler movie
Yeah.
where is he a talent agent?
Yes, he's a scout for the 76ers.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
scout.
I didn't know this one existed either. I saw it on the page here, and I kept thinking of Hustle and Flow.
No.
No,
It is not the same.
I feel like we talked about it in our top movies of last year.
yeah, we did.
Because
Me and him did. You probably
You probably tuned it out.
You think
Fair
I
enough.
remember anything from 2 weeks ago?
and then Glory Road. Was that on mine?
That's the, isn't that? I think
Glory Road is the one where the dude from Sweet Home Alabama is a coach. I only know that because every time I watch Glory Road, Sam goes, "That's the guy from Sweet Home Alabama."
No.
That already sounds really disappointing.
Isn't that the one? I wrote it and I forgot. I just know the name. I'm like, that's a basketball movie.
So
it's the
it's
one
the
about the 5
Texas
star-
Western.
Yeah.
Where
I assume he recruits.
Josh Lucas
Yeah.
plays Don Haskin. It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
And he goes to this little bitty school called Texas Western where it's mostly white people. He brings in like 5 or 6, 7 black kids
Yeah.
as well, but they're like no-name kids that didn't have any college scholarships and basically gives them scholarships to make a really good team. They end up
I thought it was about like they were the first starting 5 that was all black in college, wasn't it?
so they
Am I
got
crazy?
to the NCAA championship.
Yeah.
Most games he didn't start the entire like black kids, but in the NCAA double championship,
He does.
He only played his black kids. He did not play any of the white kids whatsoever because it was a thing where Kentucky, who was the team
Yeah.
against them, the coach was kind of like, somebody had said something along the lines of like, a bunch of black people ain't gonna beat a bunch of white boys, it'd be fine. And the coach was like, no, I'm not having that, and only played his black kids. And I can't remember. I think they won, but I don't want to lie to you and tell you.
If
they
only
did.
that coach could look into the future, he'd probably be like horrified.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I was like one of, it's like, I want to say Kentucky's arena is named after him.
It's like Adolph Rupp.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think.
Rupp, Coach Rupp.
Yeah.
Who
yeah.
was a
This
very
is,
prominent-
I believe he was born before Adolf Hitler, but his name is Adolf. I'm like 95% sure.
Adolf is a super, super popular name even to this date,
Yep.
just not in the United States.
Yeah. And then Hoosiers is next up. That is the one about the Indiana
Yeah.
school.
It's like from the.
It's,
I just remember Gene Hackman's the coach.
yeah, I remember watching it, but I can't tell you anything that happened in it. Like, you could tell me Glory Road and Hoosiers had the same plot, but different schools, and I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
And White Men Can't Jump, we've already talked about that one. So now on to football. Friday Night Lights, which is also a TV
Yeah.
show.
Listen,
So,
I'm telling you, the movie.
movie and the TV show. Both are good. I mean,
Yes.
if you watch the show, you've kind of watched the movie, and if you watch the movie, you kind of watch the show.
Kind
to a
of.
degree.
I don't really think that they're anything
I think they're very similar.
like the general plot of the movie. I feel like is like
I think the TV it just goes into more.
maybe having not watched the TV show besides like the first episode or something.
I don't know what this is.
It's a football.
Oh,
Foosball.
It's also just all of a sudden got really dark.
Yeah, it did. Varsity Blues
I know.
is...
I'm looking at my page. I got like up to my face.
So just so everybody knows, we have the lights off because we
It's hot.
record at Jared's home, and it's hot. So we're trying to keep any of the heat down.
I am no longer sweaty. I am just wet.
Fair enough.
I think it should be important to preface that he was sweaty before he got in here, not because he's in here.
It's not that hot in here,
No.
especially since
I mean, we
it's
got
dark
the,
out.
Yeah, and we got the fan going.
That doesn't actually change the temperature,
It's helping move
No,
it around.
it just
I
circulates
feel
the air.
which is good.
I don't feel hot whatsoever.
Yeah, I haven't had a
but
problem.
I'm right underneath
I haven't
the
had
fan,
a problem
so.
breathing yet. So
Rudy, we've already talked about. Remember the Titans, we've already talked about. The Replacements. That's the one with Keanu Reeves, right?
Keanu Reeves, Reese.
Isn't that like
Ephens.
they're the
He's the
second?
kicker.
Aren't they like the second string?
It's the
Basically.
like it's based in like a hypothetical world because NFL doesn't like people using their shit. So they're called the Washington Sentinels, I think, or something like that. But it's during a football strike,
Gotcha.
like where the actual players. It's based on like an actual thing, kind of, that happened. Don't ask me when. I think in the 90s when there was a football strike and that they had scab players come in and play, and then the real players came back and went to the Super Bowl or whatever. But it's like a solid movie that has also Gene Hackman as the coach.
He plays a lot of coaches, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Any Given Sunday is next up. Ethan just turned on the light on his phone so he can see what the hell we're talking about.
I mean, we can turn the light back on.
Yeah, we can wait. We can make it through this.
Yeah,
It won't take that much longer. I guess I don't know Any Given Sunday either.
Al Pacino's the coach. This is the second best sports
Football movie.
speech.
Oh.
I was trying to think of the word. I forgot the word for speech. He has a speech at the end. Jamie Foxx is in it. Cameron Diaz is in it. This one used the actual NFL teams without
Getting in trouble? Or getting...
somehow they had their permission, I guess, somehow. But they also didn't. I think. I don't remember.
They were like, let's ask for forgiveness,
I just remember
not for permission.
the NFL was basically trying to get players to not be in this movie.
Ah.
They were like, fuck no, you can't be in this movie because it shows like kind of a...
Gotcha. And then Longest Yard, which we talked about that. We Are Marshall. That is the one about the kids in a plane crash. Like basically their starting lineup all died.
You missed one.
I missed. What do you mean I missed one?
Yeah.
Who'd I miss?
No, you didn't miss one on here. Just missed one in general.
Oh, I didn't put
Yeah,
one.
We
I
missed-
can't remember the name of it. The one with Sandra Bullock and the...
Oh, the blind,
Blind
side.
Side.
I forgot to put it on there. Yeah.
Yeah, The Blind Side, which is also
It's pretty good.
It's almost not really a football movie to me. It's
like
more...
football's like an
It's a family
afterthought.
movie.
Yeah, it's like a family movie that has like football is like the vehicle they use to like tell the story of this white family adopting a black kid.
Pretty sure the vehicle was an SUV.
Probably.
Because like they crashed it and the guys like break that kid's rib and the... Yeah. I watched it.
I did
like,
too.
once.
Yeah.
And then now on to baseball movies. We've already talked about Moneyball and A League of Their Own and Sandlot and The Rookie.
And we mentioned Major League, kind of.
Yeah, which we Bull Durham. What the hell's that? I've never seen that in my life.
Oh fuck! I was getting Bull Durham and the Natural confused
Well,
because
baseball's not my preferred sport.
or is this the one with what's his name? Robert Redford. I can never remember. No, Bull.
That's
Durham.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah. I was. Ooh.
A fan who has an affair with one minor league baseball player each season meets an up-and-coming pitcher and the experienced catcher assigned to him.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't tell me a fucking thing about them.
It's just like a really solid baseball movie from what I remember. I've seen it. I haven't seen it in like 15 years.
Okay.
But it's got Tim Robbins is his pitcher and he plays the catcher. And then there's what the hell's the other Kevin Costner one that I don't think I have written down.
There's one where he plays like a GM, isn't it?
That's Draft Day for the NFL.
Yeah. We didn't have
It's
that
a
on there either.
crazy. It's a crazy movie because he does a lot of shit that you're like they would never do that.
Field of Dreams. I don't know that one either.
Another Kevin Costner movie. He did like 3 baseball movies in between like 1985 and 1995 or something. He really likes baseball.
He's like, I found my niche.
Yeah.
Where
he
like Adam
does.
Sandler's like, you know what? I like all the sports.
Yeah.
I'll do like 6 sports movies in total, but they're all like different sports.
You know what's funny about that though? He likes basketball the best.
Yeah. 'Cause he actually plays pickup basketball.
Yeah, but he never like until Hustle.
He had never done one
Yeah.
that I really know of. I think they play basketball in like the grown ups
Yeah,
or grown ups too, whichever one that is. I
they
forget.
played in bowl.
The one where they have the game.
That's the first one.
First one I can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
But-
because the first one is substantially better than the second one.
That's not a hard bar.
No,
Well,
it's
I mean,
not.
at least Adam Sandler, though, comparing the two, is entertaining.
I like Kevin Costner sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes he's good. Most of the time, it's pretty dull.
Yeah. And then Major League is the last baseball movie we have wrote down. I'm sure we're missing a shitload.
Oh, there's so many baseball movies. You don't like.
We mentioned some that we didn't talk about.
Yeah,
too.
there's so many.
There's a lot of baseball movies.
Yeah.
A lot of them are old.
Yeah. Major League is the one with Charlie Sheen.
Yep. Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
There's a lot of people in it. Wild Thing.
I mean, there's like
Yeah.
the movie about like Lou Gehrig with What's his name in it? I can't remember his name. Gary Cooper.
Yeah. Then there's also one about there's a Babe Ruth movie with John Goodman in it.
Yeah.
There's a movie about the 1919 Chicago White Sox.
With Charlie Sheen.
Oh, is he in it?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think so.
I just remember it's about like them. They have to convince Shoeless Joe Jackson to cheat.
Yeah.
That makes me think of another baseball movie.
How the hell did I forget
42?
about 42?
Yeah, I knew.
We thought about it at the same time.
Because it's got Charlie Sheen in it, and it's got Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah, I remember that one. That one's not terrible.
Only thing I really remember about 42 really is the scene where Lucas Black is like on the field with Chadwick Boseman. He like makes some meta comment about Jackie Robinson Day, essentially.
Oh,
like we'll all wear 42 one day.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, all
because
right.
he says like maybe someday we'll
all
all
wear 42. Yeah.
So now on to hockey movies, which interestingly enough was
there's not a lot.
No, Goon. That's the one with Stifler.
Yep.
He will never not be Stifler to me.
He's always Stifler.
And I think it's literally just he's a goon in it.
Yeah.
And in hockey, goon is the guy who beats the shit out of it. Like you're just out there to rough people up. So that's the whole thing is he just beating the shit out of people the whole time. Slapshot, don't know what that one is.
Old movie, but there's not very many hockey movies.
And then Miracle, we talked about that one, didn't
Talked
we?
about that.
Okay.
It's on mine.
So now on to the miscellaneous ones that I have no idea about most of these.
Really?
Yeah. Rush. I don't know what that is.
It's got your boy Chris Hemsworth in it.
Just because he's in it doesn't mean I've watched it.
I figured this was like at the height of you love Chris Hemsworth when it came out, so I figured
I can love somebody. That doesn't mean I'm going to go watch everything they're in. I'm not my wife.
I would have figured, I figured Sam would have been like, hey, there's this movie with Chris Hemsworth, and I'm sure he's at least shirtless in the movie.
Probably.
Because why would you not be? It's about him. It's,
Why would you not? Oh, is it the racing one?
It's the racing movie.
I've seen clips of it.
Yeah. With Daniel, what's his last name? Brühl? Zemo.
Yeah, Daniel Brühl.
Yeah. I'm convinced this is where Marvel found him because this is his first like American role.
Gotcha.
And he worked with Chris Hemsworth, so I'm sure they're like, hey, think he'll be any good? And he's like, yeah.
And then
totally.
Next up, Days of Thunder, which is getting a sequel.
That's getting a sequel?
Yeah. Nathan just sent me that the other day.
Is this because of Top Gun Maverick?
I'm going to assume so.
Makes sense. It'll probably, you know what? If it's directed by the people who did Top Gun Maverick, it'll probably be pretty fucking good.
And then
comparatively.
Yeah. And then Warrior, which is the one with
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. I want to
Joel
say
Edgerton.
Ted Hardy.
Where they're brothers that somehow don't know that they're both competing in an MMA tournament, and then they
yeah, and then they get mad at the other one for fighting in it. And it's fucking weird.
It is weird, but
does that make Rocky a sports movie?
Oh, somehow
Rocky.
I did not have Rocky on here or Creed.
Yeah,
I guess you could just put like the Rocky franchise. Yeah, that's totally.
You could leave Creed off.
The first one's not terrible.
First one's good.
I could have gone my entire life without seeing it.
It's unnecessary.
Wouldn't have known.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean it's
most
not
of
good.
these.
It's unnecessary, like most of the remakes.
Yeah.
The Wrestler. I know that is that the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, you're thinking of Southpaw.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That also could be on here.
That's true.
But the Wrestlers, Mickey Rourke.
Have never watched this movie.
You probably haven't. I probably the only one has, but it's like an Academy Award-winning movie.
Gotcha.
It's
It
Marissa
does look like he's been hit in the face a lot, though.
Dude, yeah. No, this is before he actually.
It was in 2008.
Yeah, this is before he looked like that.
Oh, before
Yeah.
it looked like he put his face in a garbage disposal?
Yeah. But essentially, it's about a wrestler, an independent wrestler, wrestling.
Oh.
And he takes steroids and he, spoiler, dies at the end of the. Well,
spoiled it. I'm not going to watch it now.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, I can't say that.
Anyway, but I mean.
Ambiguously, it fades to black at the very end of the movie when he does a top rope move. And you're supposed to assume he died. Because the doctor's like, you can't wrestle anymore. You'll have a heart attack.
And then he goes out and wrestles.
Yep.
And probably has a heart attack.
That's
What
kind
a
of
tragedy.
It's kind of an ambiguous.
Next up, Foxcatcher.
This is an about
Is that a sport?
No, it's about the.
This sounds exhausting.
It's got a what's the
Foxes are
name?
fast.
How the fuck did my brain?
We'll spit it
The
out.
Office.
Today,
Steve Carell. He plays. It's about the.
He's an Olympic coach who coaches Channing Tatum, who's an Olympic wrestler.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a wrestling movie.
Yeah, it's an amateur wrestling movie.
I cannot imagine Channing Tatum like chasing a fox.
No.
But I can
Imagine
imagine
Steve
Steve
Carell
Carell chasing a fox.
Again,
I could too,
this is like a.
especially in The Office.
It's a true story. This actually happened. This guy named I forget what his first name is, but it's DuPont, like the DuPont family, like the what the hell? They're like from a company, I think, or something. They're really rich. Anyway, he's like the son of like the
I've seen that.
yes,
No,
and
yes.
he
gets into cocaine.
Yeah, he sponsors this
Yeah.
wrestling
That's a good
this
movie.
wrestling. I can't not
Fucking love that movie.
wrestling group training thing, I guess, for like all these Olympic wrestlers in the 90s.
Yeah.
And he ends up like falling in love with Channing Tatum's character and then kills him. Yeah, you didn't know that's how that went, did you?
Did not know.
And then
I did.
I believe he kills himself too.
It's an
And
entertaining
then
movie.
Mark Ruffalo plays his Channing Tatum's older
I
brother.
forgot that I had watched that movie.
Also, that's not in this movie. Kurt Angle was at this camp as well. That's how I knew about it, because he gets asked about it a lot,
Gotcha.
especially when this movie came out.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Boy, Steve Carell gets really weird in that movie.
Oh, it's fucking
Like,
weird.
oh man,
Steve Carell is just weird in general.
he like talks really strange and like high pitch.
It's weird.
Airy, but also kind of wet.
And last but not least is Tin Cup. That's another golf movie with
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner was like, I'm athletic, I promise.
Yeah.
I'm an athletic cowboy gunslinger.
Well, I think the cowboy
Water
gunslinger thing
sailor.
is kind of.
No, Dance with Wolves.
Yeah, fair enough. God damn
You
it.
can't. That's in the 80s.
Yep, sure
He had a
was.
Wyatt Earp movie.
Oh, yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot.
Tombstone.
Yeah, and then Waterworld.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Boy, he don't even know what he wants to do.
He wants to make money. That's what he wants to do.
That's true.
He's
Especially
done
if he
it
got
already. Stop.
Well, no, he got divorced.
So
Or he's getting
now,
divorced and lost all his money.
That's fair.
at least half of it.
Yeah.
That's right. I gotta go make more shitty movies.
All right, so
Probably.
that will wrap up the top 5 sports movies, which we talked about a lot more than just 5. But
Our top 5, and then we mentioned a bunch of other ones.
yeah, to try and keep you people happy,
Yeah.
because
I'm not.
I know you're not. Nothing can make you happy, unfortunately. Diablo probably does right now, but
No, I was bored with it.
that's a shame. All right, so that'll wrap everything up. We appreciate you guys listening. If you want more of us, you can go to the link tree in our description and copy and paste that, and you can find links to our Facebook, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, all the good stuff. Anywhere on social media that we should be.
Oh god, I just realized now we're gonna have to do like sports video game.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like super.
I quit.
And Ethan's done. So if you want to listen to me and Jarrett on future episodes, you can use those links and watch them later.
Yep. He's literally expired right now. I see him.
We
so free.
hope to catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.